Spending hours upon hours scrolling through Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, or any other social media can happen to anyone without realizing. It's a certain type of addiction that fuels and manipulates our brain, according to the Netflix documentary, The Social Dilemma. Through this documentary, a lot of important and powerful topics were brought up. A huge area of discussion focused on ethics and what responsibility social media companies have when it comes to that. So, with all that being said, I would like to discuss a few questions relating to this film and about social media in general. The first question is, how does social media distort our own self-image? Followed by, how do we avoid falling for conspiracy theories, and how do we communicate with those who do believe in them? So let's begin by discussing our first topic. How does social media distort our own self-image? Whether you like it or not, when going on social media, you're going to be met with a post that you have to scroll past, and it's going to make you feel some type of way, whether that emotion is happiness, anger, jealousy, hate, or possibly all of the above or all of them at once. Within this article, the relationships between social media use and factors relating to depression, written by Jackie Taylor Jackson and Ahmed A. Mustasa, ideas surrounding depression, self-esteem, self-image, anxiety, and loneliness do come up. So, according to the National Institute of Mental Health, in the United States, the prevalence of mental illness is increasing across all age groups. And in the past year, 19% of the population was reported to experience any type of anxiety disorder. This increased to 26% of those between 18 and 29 years old. This statistic was found from the article stated above, The Relationships Between Social Media Use and Factors Relating to Depression, written by the same authors that I already stated. Overall, social media can be used in a positive way and a negative way. As stated in the article above, much like everything else in life. If used in a negative way, I believe that it can play a key factor in distorting our own self-image and how we view and see ourselves. So, our second and final argument is going to be, how do we avoid falling for conspiracy theories, and how do we communicate with those who do believe in them? I'm sure everyone can agree that at some point in their life, they have seen a conspiracy theory online that they thought was absolutely ridiculous. And on the other hand, I'm sure everyone has seen a conspiracy theory that they kind of believe in. Whether you are an avid conspiracy theorist or someone who could do without them in your life, let's talk about how to avoid falling for some of the false information that surrounds them online. So, according to the first article, Making a Conspiracy Theorist, written by Matthew Sparkles, he states, clamping down on conspiracy theories may not tackle extremist views online. It may cause them to proliferate. Throughout this article, the researchers found that if they fought back on false conspiracies on the social media site Reddit, they only caused a larger problem overall. Lastly, this article states that during the early ages of the pandemic, social media platforms such as Twitter and Instagram began adding links to authoritative sources alongside users. And these posts contained about COVID-19 and the pandemic. I think this would be a great resource for a lot of posts, not only surrounding the pandemic, but for any information in general. So to hop on into the conclusion, throughout this speech we have discussed parts of the Netflix documentary, The Social Dilemma, and how ethics and morals should be and are involved in social media today. We've also talked about how social media can distort our own self-image and cause an increased risk of depression, anxiety, loneliness, and just overall negative feelings and a mindset. It was also discussed how and what to do when approaching conspiracy theorists online. One of the most important things to take away from this speech is simply don't believe everything you see online. I know you hear it all the time, and it's pretty much common sense at this point, but really, whether it comes to a conspiracy theorist or your self-image or seeing posts that are probably photoshopped, anyone can post anything and anything can be photoshopped. So, with all that being said, social media allows users to explore, manipulate, and maintain their own online identity, and this can all This can allow individuals to easily adjust their sense of self-worth in an instant. And this quote was taken from the very first source that I stated.